Hey guys, it's thePAbae. I'm finally back with another video. I know it's long overdue. I've been swamped. I've been so busy. All great things. I mean, I had my women's health end of rotation exam, which went well. I got an A. I've been interviewing, and I actually flew out for an interview. I'm not gonna give the details down because I'm gonna make a whole video about it, but it's super exciting. Kate's first birthday is next week, so I've been party planning. Had my first graduation ceremony last week, and then we still have exit exams. I gotta worry about this pants. I got a lot going on, so sorry for the wait, but I'm back. This video is all about financing, paying, affording PA school. It's not a rule book, it's not a guideline. I just want to share kind of my journey and what I did to make it happen in hopes that it could possibly help someone out there. As always, please like, subscribe, and comment if you have any more questions. I'm always open for dialogue. So yeah, please let me know. Let's get started. So with our program, and I think this may be the case with a lot of other programs, but I mean, I won't speak for them. They blatantly told us straight up that you are not allowed to have a job. And if you choose to sneak and get a job, what happens to your academics is on you. So I followed their recommendations and I did not work, especially during your didactic year. So your first semester, oh my gosh, it's so intense. It's such a transition. There is no way that I would have been able to juggle a job and didactic because, I mean, within studying for like 10 hours a day and letting that engulf my entire life. The other time I didn't have, I was trying to like breathe, capture my sanity because it was a lot and it was a big transition. So, I mean, I needed extra money, but at the same time, my academics came first. So I did what I had to, and I'll talk about that further, but having a job for me was a no-go, at least in didactic year. I was blessed to not have to take a job during my clinical year, but I mean, I have Kate and I have a fiance who is very supportive, both mentally, emotionally, and financially. But your clinical year, I mean, you have a little more time, a little more flexibility according to what your preceptor's schedule is. And, it changes every 4 weeks or however long your PA school, your programs, rotations last. But I found that there's a lot more flexibility during your clinical year. So I think if you had like a part-time job during the clinical year, it may be more feasible, definitely. Because I mean, I'm able to parent, be a mom, and, excel academically. So, I mean, it's possible, for sure. There were a few times when I heavily considered getting a part-time job because I needed one. But I kind of was afraid to, and I used other resources, and I'll go into those. But I did not work the PA school at all. I graduate the program finishes in 2 months, or at least 2 months for me, and I have not had a job. So I know you're probably thinking, if you can't have a job, then how do you live? Loans. And this is coming from a person, I never had to take out a loan in undergrad. Actually, NKU paid me to go there really nicely. And so I didn't have to take out a loan, thank God. So taking out a loan was a new thing for me in graduate school. I was kind of scared. I didn't know how the process worked at all. Heard a lot of bad things about taking out loans, but I knew that I had to do what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to be a PA, and in order for me to get there, I had to take out loans, and so I just was okay with it. Pretty much just about almost everyone in my class had to live off loans. Some people are more fortunate to have a financial support from their family and their parents, and some still live with their parents, and some people, I know a classmate or two whose parent actually paid for their tuition. That wasn't the case for me, never was an option, so shout out to them. But pretty much the rest of the class, we took out loans and we was waiting for those disbursements. And when you got that disbursement, you got, you know, a couple chunks, like a couple thousand, a few thousand to pay your bills. And that had to last you the rest of the semester. So you had to plan wisely. And I mean, you gotta be good about budgeting money. And I was never good about managing money and budgeting money because I'm a kind of want it. If I see it, I want it, I go get it kind of person. I kind of had to get out of that because if you run out of money, then you just run out of money. And what are you gonna do? You just gotta figure it out. So in order to be in PA school, you have to learn how to manage your money. There is no way around it, or you just gonna be high and dry and broke and I don't know, start focusing in on finances, and that takes time and focus away from your academics. So it's not a good situation. So yeah, my first semester of PA school, I solely lived off loans. I think my first 2 semesters, actually. I lived off loans. I made it work, did what I had to. And then I was able and fortunate enough to apply and be awarded a fellowship with my university, a graduate level fellowship. Man, came in so clutch. I never would have made it, like some Marvin Sapp stuff, never would have made it. Like my tuition has been covered. I get a stipend every 2 weeks. And they give me health insurance too, but I didn't need it. But yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of the exception and not the rule. There's not a lot of scholarships or fellowships on the graduate level. They're kind of rare. Mine was like a diversity fellowship that I'm super thankful for. I kind of had heard about it before even getting admitted into the program. So I was looking forward, like emailing people like, okay, when is the application window open? Like, when can I apply? Because, you know, I'm this awesome student who has this financial need that hopefully you guys can fulfill. And I'm so grateful and so indebted to the University of Kentucky because they've taken great care of me. And yeah, but not everyone is fortunate enough to get a scholarship. So those loans that you get, and some people, like, I think my first semester I had to, like, I took out the maximum amount of like unsubsidized loans that you get. And then I had to take out a Grad Plus loan, which is additional funds that I had to get a co-signer for. It was a mess, but hey, when you need it, you gotta go get it. My next point, you're not gonna have it all figured out. Like, a lot of people ask me like, oh, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. How did you work? I want to know how I'm going to be able to afford PA school, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to have all the answers. And kudos to you that do. Some people, I don't know, some people do have all the answers and have it all figured out. I was one of those people. I've been operating off of faith and, I don't know, God's mercy, because I didn't know how long, like I said, I didn't know how loans work. I didn't know how I was going to pay bills. I had my own apartment in a new city that I had never lived in before, and I couldn't have a job. That don't even sound like a recipe for anything good. So going out on faith and using all my resources possible, I just made it happen. And when people are like hesitant about going to graduate school or going after some degree or whatever they want, I don't want the fear of what if to stop you. Like, don't let that get in your way. Just go. Stuff will happen. You can't plan everything out. You just gotta go, and then when you go in, stuff will just happen. If it's meant to be, it shall be, no matter what, honey. And I've learned that for real, because at this point, this is for me. Like, because there's no other explanation. Like, there's no way, if it wasn't for God moving mountains and making ways for me, that I wouldn't be here. And that's how I feel like I know that I'm working in my walking in my purpose and my passion, because I wouldn't be here by myself, doing this all by myself. It just wouldn't have worked out. So just do it. If you're like stressing yourself out about all the small details, stop worrying about it. Just go ahead and apply. Just make it happen. You'll figure it out when it gets here. Don't stress and worry about tomorrow. I mean, have a plan. I'm not telling you to just, go all willy-nilly. Make the best plan that you can, but don't let the small details stop you from going after your goal. Period. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm appreciative as always. Stay tuned. Let me know what else you guys want to hear me talk about. I'm going to try to stay on top of making these videos, even though it's crunch time. It's crunch time for you girls, so bear with me, please. I'm making it happen. It's crazy because it's all falling into place and it's all happening so fast, and I'm just so happy and so thankful and not as stressed as I was. But yeah, just bear with me, y'all. I love y'all. Peace out.